morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. We are so close to 10,000 followers on Instagram. I cannot believe me eyes. This has been a long journey, guys, this year. I can't believe that the Instagram account is less than a year old and we are almost at 10,000 followers. It really warms my heart to see that so many people are pouring in support for the Everyday Growth Advisors mentorship and the Everyday Growth Advisors brand. I am simply ecstatic to see how far we have come this year and how far we will go next year. I want to thank all of you guys for consistently being here on this live stream and for all the times that you will be consistently here in 2021. I don't know if you guys got to see two announcements that we made on this past Wednesday. So I just want to kind of play it just in case you guys missed it. Make sure that you guys heard my message from my heart.
This is your founder of Everyday Growth Advisors. My name is Tushar Sharma. I hope you're having a great day. I just want to make a quick announcement today because we have some great stuff coming up in this pipeline in the next 1 to 2 weeks. And right before I get into the juicy stuff, I just want to say that 2020 has been a very challenging year for me, and I'm sure that many of you have felt the challenge of what COVID did to all of us. I lost a job, I lost a girlfriend, I was pushed to a corner, and you know what? From that corner and the greatness of what that corner brought was the gem that EGA was created. And I'm so very glad that we did it because we did it with a purpose, and that purpose was for you. So I hope that everything that we do going forward, you see as something that you can take pride in with us. In the next 1 to 2 weeks, stay tuned for announcements. Big things are coming. I keep saying that, but you know it is. And we hope that you will follow us on this journey coming in 2021, and this is going to be awesome. So stay tuned and watch this space.
That's right, the purpose was you, and so we hope that the purpose remains the same. As I said, there's nothing that can change my mind on why I've built the EGA and how EGA will be going forward. I strongly believe in my purpose and the reason why I started this, and it will always be the same. This is all about helping people and all about making sure that we can be a substantial team that will be going into 2021 with the best tools possible to succeed. There are a couple of things that I definitely want to touch on today. I felt a lot of people have been reaching out to me recently on the DMs, talking about specific scenarios where, they have been trading kind of flat despite the market going up. And, some people have been having issues where they, hold trade for too long or take profits too soon or, just a whole bunch of things like that. I want to actually address that today because I feel like, it may be valuable for some of you guys to understand my perspective on this. I feel like many people have problems with these scenarios and, kind of going through them might help you guys out a little bit. So let me actually talk about that first because I feel like it's a burning question from most of you guys. And also, I feel a deep sense of purpose to address this. So I realized that, majority of the people who come to me with these questions, the main focal point is, hey T, my main problem is that, I take a contract and then I get into profit, I take profit, but the stock keeps running, and then I lose out on a lot of profit. And then at other times, I set a stop loss, and my stop loss is getting hit, and then the price comes down, hits my stop loss, and then the stock keeps going. These are the most common two problems that will cause your account to go like this in terms of net asset value. Literally, you're going to be trading flat at the start and the end. This will be the start of the year, this will be the end of the year. And there are a couple of, once I asked the people, okay, you need to send me a log of what you're trading so that I can understand. And then when I look at the log, I see a common practice between you guys, okay? The first thing is incorrect stop loss management. This is number one. Incorrect stop loss management. Some of you are placing stop losses way too close to the true range of the movement, okay? And some of you guys are placing stop losses that are too wide away from the true range of movement. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you guys are choosing the wrong type of contracts. Okay? So the wrong type of contracts are being chosen. Type of contracts. Okay? And then you guys are overpaying for trades. Overpaying or chasing clout. This is the best way for me to put it. Okay? You're overplaying, chasing clout, and the majority of the time what happens is that you see the hype and you start joining over here. You start buying in. And then you realize, oh shit, this thing's coming down, but then you're like, but it can still go up. And then it comes down. And then it hits your stop loss, which you have set very conveniently over here. And then the stock runs. And then you're like, oh my God, I knew it. You say, oh my goodness, I am such an idiot sandwich. I don't know why this happened. Well, the first thing that is being done wrong is the stop loss. Okay. And one thing that I realized, one thing that I've been really getting pissed off at recently are the people who have been doing finance videos on TikTok and the oversimplification of videos on Instagram and the oversimplification of videos on YouTube. I'm really sorry to say this. But if you guys think that just looking at a chart is the only way that you're going to make money, I'm guaranteeing you right now that you're going to end up in the year 2021 and losing a whole bunch of money. Okay? Anybody who has been trading for a while knows that using charts is just like literally 10 to 15% of the battle. Okay? And because of the way price manipulation happens in the market, there are very few people who can stay consistently profitable just looking at technicals. Okay? Very few. Yes, in a bull run, it gets easier. Okay? Like we are in a bull run right now, right? We're in a bull run, right? You can see a huge, right? We had the pullback and then boom, right? And then boom, and then boom, and boom, right? We're in a big bull run, right? But in order for you to stay consistently profitable, you have to mix it up and you have to look for trades to a process called idea generation. This is how you're really going to make money in the long run, okay? Remember how, I was telling you guys, like, I'm just going to give you one example, right? Remember what I was speaking about financials, right? For the longest time, saying, oh, I am going to be adding financials to my portfolio into next year, right? Why did I say I was going to add financials into my portfolio next year? Or rather add into my portfolio right now to benefit from next year? Because the Fed has been bullish. The Fed has been dovish, not bullish. Dovish, right, means peaceful. We have two terms in the market, right? We call a bullish Fed, I keep saying the same word. Dovish Fed. Dovish, what is dove? A dove is the symbol of peace, okay? And then you have another type of Fed, it's called the hawkish Fed. Okay? And the hawks are usually disruptive. The hawks, they want chaos. Okay? The doves want peace. So right now we are blessed with the dovish Fed. And the Fed said, interest rates are going to be low and free for a long, long time. Don't worry about it, guys. I got you. That's what Powell said, right? And then now you can see that financials have been consolidating nicely above this resistance here. So you cannot just say, oh, because financials have gapped up and have continued to move up, this is the reason for me to take this to the upside. No, you can't do that, right? You can't do that. What is the underlying cause of this, right? And remember, I was talking about how a lot of SPACs have been turning up, right? Have you guys seen SPACs slowing down this year? No. In fact, we've seen a huge number of influx of SPACs this year, right? What are SPACs? Special purpose acquisition companies, right? Where, remember Nikola? Before Nikola, it was something else, right? You remember that? It was something else. It wasn't Nikola first, right? It was another company, and then that company turned into Nikola. This is what we call an SPAC, okay? It's a company that is started with the purpose of raising funds, and then it gets converted to a proper company later on, okay? So, out of that trading idea, when we saw the number of SPACs rise this year, when we saw a huge list of SPACs rise, what did I say? How do you come up with the idea on how to trade this, right? Well, who are in charge of doing all these IPOs? Investment banks, right? Investment banks. And if investment banks are getting the IPO listings, then what are they going to be making? Fees, right? And if they're going to be making fees, where's that fees going to go to? The bottom line, right? This is how you have to start building your trade ideas, okay? You start building your trade ideas from the fundamentals, the macroeconomic and the microeconomic structure, and then you start to look at the technicals. The technicals are the last thing you look at, because realistically speaking, this will give you only a excuse me, only a bird's eye view of what happens in the market. This is just price action that's happening. Okay, it's frozen. You gotta refresh your page, buddy. YouTube's been really unfair and unkind to me lately. I'm not really sure why, but I can't really do much. Is the stream working for everybody else? Can somebody please tell me? So the basic idea here is that come up with these ideas first. You need to think of it from the fundamental perspective, right? Also oil, right? Now that the market's open, now the market's opening back up. People are going to start traveling. What are the sectors that are going to rebound, right? Thinking about that months in advance would have paid off, right? We were talking about XOM for a long time, right? And XOM is finally creeping back up. Remember, we have a $55 valuation for this business, okay? Our valuation for XOM is at $55, and remember that this is a company with a diversified portfolio, okay? And so, like, when moments like these appear, these are all moments to buy, right? Okay? So, looking at the fundamentals will always get you further than buying on a whim because the chart looks good. Let me tell you, the chart is there only to give you past price information. Remember, this is the past. The past is only good for forecasting a very minute amount in the future. If something like COVID happens, I bet nobody was expecting that, right? So could you really use technicals to say, oh yeah, that this and this and this was happening, right? You couldn't. So you have to go by the macroeconomic conditions, and you have to look at what's going on, okay? Now going back to a little bit about the stop loss thing that I was talking about, okay? Majority of you guys enter a trade. Oops, I wish there was a ruler, man. Maybe there is. Maybe I can use this. I don't know. Majority of you guys enter a trade here, right? And then the stock moves up, and then what you do is you move your stop loss immediately up to here, okay? Without letting the stock come down and find a support. And then what you do is you complain when the market maker comes and stops you out over here. Majority of you guys set the stop loss before waiting for this thing to sell off the first wave. You need to understand that there is a fight between the bulls and the bears here. Okay? And when the bulls and the bears fight, you need to give them time to find something called the equilibrium price point. And I really hope that this helps you to sort this psychological problem in your head. Because what majority of you are ending up doing is the stock rallies, you move your stop loss up so quickly that you end up stopping yourself out because the market maker comes down and pushes you out of the market before rallying back up again to make a higher high. You should always set your stop loss below your existing point of entry with a margin of safety beyond where the people are spoofing the books. How can you tell? Look at level 2 data. Okay? Look at the level 2 data and see how many people are on the order book. If you see a lot of people sitting at $45 with limit buys or limit sells, then this is the level you have to be careful about. Set your stop loss a little lower. Because if everybody is sitting here, what's the market maker going to come and do? That's right, he's going to come down and stop you out before moving up. Okay? So I hope what I'm saying makes sense. This is one thing that, I think is a fair thing to discuss. So about stop losses. the next thing is, many of you take a trade with the intention of day trading it. No. Hold on. Many of you take a trade with the intention of scalping. Okay? You take a scalp trade, and then guess what happens? That doesn't move in your way. And then what do? You say, okay, I guess I'll just day trade this. Okay? And then a few minutes later, towards the end of the day, what happens is that you say, I guess I'm gonna just have to swing this into tomorrow. Tell me how many of you go through this process throughout your trading career. You start at a scalp and then it doesn't turn your way, and then you say, okay, I'm gonna hold it for a day trade, and then maybe you scale out some contracts and you sell some, and then you hold the rest for a day trade. It doesn't go your way, and then what do? You swing it into the next day. This is something that you guys always do, because what happens? You're too afraid to lose money. You are too afraid to lose money, so you know what happens? You lose more. If only you realize that the scalp didn't go your way and exit out right here, the bleeding stops. Okay? But majority of you end up swinging it as a day trade and then lose more. And then the next day when you wake up, the contract's pretty much worthless. And this boils down to my second point, which is you guys are choosing the wrong contracts. Today is a different kind of live stream, huh? I bet all the people who didn't turn up for this live stream are missing some important things. So, once again, you're choosing the wrong contracts. What does that mean? If you're choosing a scalp contract, okay, majority of you sometimes even go as far as taking next week expiries. Now tell me, is this right or wrong? If you're taking next week expiries for scalps, is this a right or wrong play? Honestly, for a scalp. Somebody answer in the chat. Okay, it's a wrong choice. Why? Well, you don't have the intention of holding this more than a few minutes, right? You don't have an intention to holding this contract for more than a few minutes. So why? My question is, why are you paying for extra time value? You guys ever heard of, something called the lean way of doing business? Let's say you're a business, right? Let's say you're a business. Okay? And every day you churn revenues, right? You churn revenues. There's dollars coming in, right? On all four sides. In order to attain these dollars, do you want a high cost of revenue or do you want a low cost of revenue? If you're trying to build a lean business, right? And you have a small business, right? You have a small business, right? Your business is small. You don't have that much money. What does lean mean? It means you don't have much fat, right? That's what lean means. If you're a small business and you don't have that much money, how are you going to go about doing it? You have to reduce your operational cost. Yes? This is basic stuff, right? Okay? So I want you to unlock this part of your brain, like your mental solitude that you're constantly facing. Because majority of you go into trading, you go by following other people's opinions, when you have to start understanding that this is about you learning from your own experience, not from other people's experiences. Listen guys, to be honest, I have been trading for 9 years now, okay? And the first 5 years, I consistently lost money. Why? Because I was always listening to other people's advice. And the time when I started to really struggle was when I started to do things on my own and finding my own voice and doing things that would allow me to gain the experience that I wanted, okay? If you are constantly going to follow somebody else's trade, remember something. You're following their risk tolerance, you're following their confidence, and you're following their ability to do it for themselves. Therefore, you should always come up with ideas and follow those ideas on your own. Okay? Now, going back to this business thing. If you are building a business and you want it to be a lean business, you have to keep these very small. Your operational cost has to be very small. And guess what? Trading is the exact same thing, guys. It's the exact same thing, okay? You need to keep your cost very small. Which means that when you lose money, you lose very little. And when you make profits, you make huge sums of profits. And you can only do this by managing your risk. You can't do this by augmenting the market or predicting the market. Now, let me tell you, the people who I hate the most recently are the TikTok people or the people on Instagram who say shit like this. Who say shit like, okay guys, I'm going to show you a new way on how to make money. You see the RSI indicator? Every time it reaches this, you sell. Every time it reaches this, you buy. These are the kinds of people you have to learn to completely ignore out of your lives. Because if you think that trading was this easy, where you can just do this and make money, oh boy, you are in for a rough ride these next 5 years, okay? Because let me tell you, and let me give you the hard facts. You may be right a couple of times when you do this, okay? But eventually, you're going to realize that these indicators, they're not very, very reliable, okay? They're not very reliable, all right? Don't rely on indicators. Rely on the market structure. Rely on the fundamentals of the market and rely on the ideas that will make you money from a fundamental perspective, for God's sakes, right? Think about the deep-seated secular trends that are within the markets. Understand how markets talk to each other. What does the dollar do for stocks? What does, how does capital structures work? You need to understand those things before you even start looking at charts. Charts are just a way for you to, to track the price action. Yeah, we do it because even on our snipe list, these things, do we just follow these blindly? No. Remember that these two over here in our snipe list, these two things play the biggest part of our snipe list. The catalyst and the risk opinion are two of the most important parts of this entire list. Forget about the demand zone, forget about the supply zone, I don't even go through these, right? I go through the catalyst and the EGA risk opinion when we're doing these, because that's the most important part. So, if you're going for a scalp and you take the next week expiry, you're overpaying. Why? Because you don't intend to be in this for a very long time, right? What is a scalp? It's the equivalent of a quickie, right? What does that mean? You're in and out as quickly as possible. You're wearing no protection. You don't set a stop loss, right? Okay, and on top of that, you're applying leverage and risk. Okay. Actually, this is not a PG channel. I've marked it as not suitable for kids. But I still avoid using vulgarities on this channel. You want to hear me say the good stuff? Come on the live trading sessions. That's when the real fun happens. Just kidding. But you get what I'm saying, right? If you're in a scalp trade, why would you want to overpay for these contracts? Why are you overpaying for time value when you don't need it? The question is, are you scared and not trusting your own analysis? That's the reason why you end up paying for the extra time. But then, in case you come to that conclusion, then why the heck are you taking the contracts that you are? You need to define your trading style. That is what needs to happen as soon as possible, okay? That's one of the other mistakes, okay? So I've went through 2 mistakes now, and I'm going to go through the third mistake. Just let me recap real quick. The first mistake was your stop loss, how you're setting it. Many of you wait for the move up, and then you move your stop loss from where it was below. You quickly move it to break even or take profit without waiting for the wave down. And then you get stopped out and you ask yourself, oh my God, why did I get stopped out? you should let the first wave after you have taken the trade complete. If the stock ends up here, then you move your stop loss to here. Why? Because now if it comes down after this wave up and validates or breaks this level, now you know this is an invalidation of the trend. Okay? Now, not many people will teach you this. Majority of people are just going to say, okay, so you enter the trade here, and what you do is you set a stop loss, like right here, like literally right here, you set your stop loss, right? And if you, so the stock goes up, it goes up, and you make a 2 billion%. I hate this. I'm telling you, I hate this. Absolutely hate this. I'm telling you, I'm very ashamed with what people are teaching on TikTok and people are teaching on, these social media outlets where, they think they're just chasing clout. Okay. And, this is like everything what I'm against. I'm really sorry that I'm ranting, but like, this is like I deeply hate this stuff with a passion because this is everything that EGA is against. We have never been in the position where, we want to chase clout, like, oh, we're going to do this because we want to be famous. It has never been about that. It has always been about teaching you the right way to do things because we find that there is a major disconnect in the market. A major disconnect. People are so self-interested to make money for themselves, so they teach you ways that make it look easy. But I'm here to tell you the complete opposite. This is not easy. If you think that trading is a profession that you can commit just a little bit of time per day and succeed, I'm here to tell you that this is a fool's errand. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna take a long time to get there. But what's important is that you never give up. Because I never gave up for 5 years before I got successful. Okay? And this is after losing $25,000, all right? Which was $5,000 times 5 times I lost before learning all the mistakes that I had. Okay? All right? Now the third thing that you guys are doing that absolutely drives you insane. Let me tell you, you do this one to yourself too. It's funny. Like, people don't realize it that they're doing it, but they're doing it to themselves. Okay? This is what you guys are doing. You take a scalp and you make a profit. You take a scalp and you make a profit. You take a scalp and you make a huge profit. And then what you do is you say, oh, okay, I've made so much profit, I'm going to take a mini high risk trade. You tell yourself this is a mini high risk trade, and you say something like, okay, you know what, I've made a little bit of money. I'm going to give you a case in point example. Let's say you made 2 grand, okay, from this. All of this gave you 2 grand, all right? And you're like, hell yeah, today I made a lot of money. I made 2 grand. I'm going to buy myself a steak, lobster, dinner, whatever, surf and turf, and mama, jama, bamba, whatever the things that you want to eat, all right? And then you're like, okay, you know what? I'll say 1K for myself, and I'm going to bet 1K on a lotto. Okay? And then you're like, okay, what can I play? You're like, okay, maybe I'll just play Tesla. And then you take this 1K, and then you dump it into a swing play. And this swing play, you play an extremely high risk play, and you dump it into a swing play. How many of you guys do this? And by the way, it also goes to reverse. It also goes, you do swing, 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 and then you put it into high risk scalp. It goes both ways, okay? It goes both ways. Or it could also be day trade, day trade, day trade, and then you put it into a swing. But many of you do this. You're like, I've made some money now. I think I can afford to play a high risk play. And then you do it. If you have ever done this, let me just tell you, you are part of your own problem. Because congratulations, for that one moment of weakness, okay? What did you just do? You stopped following your system. And when you stopped following your system, let me tell you what happened. After you lose that 1K, you're like, okay, that's cool. Didn't really affect me that much. Let me tell you what happens next. The next day, when you put the other 1K that you had to put to work and you lose that 1K too, now you're pissed. Why? Because you didn't have to lose this 1K, but you did. And now you lost the other 1K too. So what do you start to do now? You start to do something called revenge trading. Now you guys know this is true. You guys know exactly the scenario I'm talking about because I've been through these scenarios countless number of times. And this is the reason why I'm telling you guys that you need to be extremely careful with how you manage your risk from the get-go, and taking those 1K lottos are exactly what gets you in the problem in the first freaking place. Never stray away from your system. If it does not meet your risk to reward ratio and your criteria for a successful trade, you simply wait. You simply wait. Okay? Why do you wait? Because patience is the hardest thing in the world. This is the hardest thing. Many people think learning is hard in trading and psychology is hard in trading. No. You know what? Everybody's wrong. I'm here to tell you that. The hardest thing in trading is having patience. You know why? Because people like to do a little dance. They like to do this dance where they see a door and then they go, I put my left foot in, I put my left foot out, I put my left foot in, and I turn it all about. I do the hunky-punky, na-na-na-na. You know that song, right? And that's what it's all about. This is the reason why people lose money. They love to gamble. They love to put their money down on the roulette table and say, winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm going to bet on red today and hopefully make some money. And then tomorrow, once I make that money, I'm going to put it on black and make some more money. That is more fun than sitting around and being patient. Also, what it is the clout, right? You kind of want to post it on social media and tell people how successful you are. But the real successful traders don't show their accounts. You know why? Because you don't need to show your accounts. You know deep down how much your capital tax you're paying at the end of the year, and that's all it's about, okay? Personally, many people have told me, show me your trading account. And my biggest reply to that is, I'm not going to show you my trading account. How about I show you my tax return on that trading account? It's better that way, okay? So, don't be asking me about my trading account, because at the end of the day, it's how much capital gains tax you pay. Trading accounts can be spoofed, man. At the end of the day, it's how much your capital gains tax you pay. That's what really matters, all right? If you don't pay no capital gains, you're basically saying that your trading account has, I don't know, $200,000 in there, but then at the same time you are not paying taxes. What does that mean? You had a huge write-off? Is that what you mean? Well, if you're profitable, you should be paying capital gains tax. Okay? So, all right. I rest my case, and I have gone through a lot of examples on why. And I wanted to address all these things because I've received a lot of DMs recently, and I feel you guys. I really do, and I already told you I feel the deep sense of purpose to serve you guys, and it's a matter of time now. Remember, next Wednesday we'll have another release of announcements, and then, on the 1st, you guys should seriously, be ready for something huge that's coming. Okay, when I do something, I make sure that it's an all integrated system. I don't like to set up something that's ad hoc. You know what I mean? So that believe me that it'll be worth it. The wait, it will be worth it. Okay, and what is about to come is just version 1, and I already have ideas of version 2 and version 3. For people who missed our announcement on Wednesday, I'm gonna play it real quick. Just make sure that you save the date. So. That's just for people who missed it on Wednesday. I thought I should play it one more time for you guys. Okay, now we can actually do the market breakdown. By the way, guys, I'm sorry I took so much time explaining all that stuff. I felt like it was important stuff, and I hope you don't mind. Make sure you guys drop your vote for the ticker of the week next week. Please go ahead, drop it. New tickers vote for your new ticker next week. This week we did Shopify, and Shopify actually moved pretty decently. The ticker of the week moved, man. It was nuts. Did you guys catch it? I don't know if you guys caught it. Insane. And the ticker of the week is actually part of our snipe list now. So snipe list has changed a little bit. I added a couple of formulas here for some auto price movement so that we don't have to constantly go in and amend things here. Now when I put in the spot price, all of these things are calculated on its own, and we can review them the next day fairly easily. And then I'm gonna leave another sheet here for the time prior to this and the next watch list. So you have two sheets here. One will be tracking, like, for example, today, the watch list today, and then the next week this watch list will go to the will stay on this sheet, and then we'll have another sheet over here that will be called the day trade watch list. Okay. That way we can track what happened to the previous watch list. So far so good. This snipe list has been doing pretty good. So I'm happy about that. Okay, let's have a look at the news here very quickly. Let's do a very spark and a quick market breakdown here today. Today is quad witching day. Okay, what does that mean? Expect a little higher volatility than usual. A lot of different contracts expiring on the same day. Okay, we have a majority of the market pretty green, I would say. There have been quite a high influx of funds into equities this week. Okay, I'm just looking at some figures on the research that I've done, and then Bitcoin is at 23,000 or more, which is crazy because if only I just trade the things that I call out on this live stream, I would be rich. I feel like who remembers when I was like, guys, Bitcoin looks interesting here, right? When it was at 16,000, and now why do I do this to myself? I don't even know. The thing is, I just hate trading Bitcoin because I'm not really a big fanatic of it. But the more and more and this broke out too off all-time high, so it's at a phase now where it could keep running. It kind of went higher than that, but obviously do not be chasing this here. It will come down again. There will be another corrective wave for you to buy into if you really want to get into Bitcoin. Not that I am a mega Bitcoin backer or supporter. I'm just saying, if you wanted to, don't buy it here. Like, this is obvious, right? Okay. Let's see, guys. I don't see any votes for next week's ticker. Come on, you guys gotta give me some votes, man. I see, what's this? SPG. I see. What do we have here? STZ. SPG, STZ. What else? What's this? Splunk. Oh, that's a nice one. Splunk is actually not a bad idea, but that's tech though. OSTK Veil. Okay, I don't see a lot of people voting here. Make sure you guys put in the vote for the ticker of the week next week. Okay, quest to replicate Tesla's success keeps EV mania alive. Baba, we've done Baba before, Michael. GE, that's not bad also. Okay. Bloomberg news is very boring today, so we're gonna just see what is the sentiment here. Future steady ahead of S&P record dollar rebounds. I believe that Tesla's also being included into the S&P 500 today. Am I right? I think so. Okay, Moderna shot expected to bolster U.S. vaccine efforts. Okay. Roku torments entertainment giants in quest to dominate streaming. Yeah, Tesla joins the S&P 500. 5 things to watch. Let's see. stock futures waiver as stimulus stocks continue. There's supposed to be a stimulus that's coming. Okay, so Virgin Galactic, Fed, Tesla. What to watch when the stock market opens. What's the biggest movers here? We'll see. We'll see in a second here. Let's finish reading this news. Bitcoin exchange Coinbase files IPO. Interesting. Government leaders clash over Trump's ban on Chinese stocks. Okay, cool. All right. Overall, I want to say more leading towards bullish, right? Heat map here looking interesting. Very, very flat here. Some green, Charter, Communications, Accenture, QCOM a little bit. Semiconductors looking... Might want to watch semiconductors today. Nvidia is lagging, so watch that one. Okay. Oh, Facebook with the bearish pattern, by the way. Just off topic here, but broke below the pennant here. I don't know if you guys saw this. Has been consolidating below it too. This might drop. I don't know if you guys saw this. Now we're talking about technicals here. We're not just talking about fundamentals here. We're talking about technicals as well. But remember, the reason why I want to call this out though is, what have I been saying about the insider trading from Mark Zuckerberg? Do you remember? The reason why I'm highlighting this? He has been selling a lot of shares. Now, obviously, there were like times when he scheduled them, but obviously the timing is interesting, right? See, Mark Zuckerberg. He's been selling a lot of shares. Okay, this is one thing that I wanted to point out to you guys. He's been selling shares while the stock is going bearish. So yeah, that one's definitely interesting. Anyway, correlation is not causation, so be very careful with that. All I'm saying is that there is some kind of a movement to be had to the downside here. Okay. Okay, Verizon. Okay, not much on this list neither. Pre-market here. Let's see. Excel. Okay, nothing here. Virgin Galactic down 6.8%. SPCE. Damn, this stock been wrecked, man. Ever since it rallied to 36 bucks, that would have been a nice short. Hasn't really found support yet, so you can't really buy into this one. And then today you have Chicago, U.S. lending, FOMC member, and then rig count. This will be oil. Nike and CCL posting earnings today. All right. Jabil, okay. Accenture, yeah, up 7.9%. Capri, Outfront Media, okay. Interesting. Skeechers. I'm guessing FedEx didn't do as good as expected for earnings. That's why it's down 3%. I think it was supposed to post earnings yesterday. Okay, cool. All right, let's have a look here. You guys finished voting? Splunk, Baba, GE, Splunk, Snap, Zynga, Oxy, Monday. Costco, GE. That's 2 GEs. Oxy, 3 GEs. ZTS, EA. So far, GE is winning. General Electric. $10 stock. What's the market cap now? 95 billion. Sure. This is a company with a very big history too. Been on an uptrend. Maybe you guys want to know if this has intrinsic valuation to it. We definitely have to see where this company is in a secular trend, I would say. Damn. It's a very old company. At some point in time, this stock was at $58. The last time the stock was this level was in 08. A lot of people saying GE. 2 people saying EA. Okay. So what do you guys want? EA is not a bad one too. Electronic Arts, not a bad one as well. Okay, I'll let you guys choose. Electronic Arts, or do you want GE? Everybody in the chat, go ahead, vote. We've done Boeing before. Vote between General Electric and Electronic Arts. Go, 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 go. Vote, vote, vote. Between those two. Either one is fine. I like both of them. GE, GE, EA, GE. Oh man, I'm gonna have to tabulate this. Actually, hold up. How can I do this? Site to vote between 2 choices. Live. Is that something like that? Live polling. There we go. Is that like a... Does anyone know a easy website that I can just do a poll right now? Like an easy poll. There we go. Maybe this one? Nah, this is not that intuitive. Doodle? Is Doodle a good one? Create a Doodle poll, maybe? Jeez. Come on. I just want an easy poll, man. Straw poll? Is that good? Okay, yep, that's good. This is good. Which one? G or EA? Okay, improve spam. Allow multiple poll answers? No. Create poll. Okay. Sure. Too bad you can't use Instagram polling. Why can't I use Instagram polling? I can, right? Alright, here. Yeah, but if I do it on Instagram right now, then you guys would all have... I mean, wait. I mean, I could do that. But then, are you guys gonna all go on Instagram right now? I mean, I could put it on Instagram. Why don't you just go to that link that I just posted? It's so much easier. And then I can see the results right now. Right? Let's see. Alright, go vote from that poll. I wonder what happens when you click on it. Let's see. Yeah, you just need to click, literally. Let's see. Because it's just so much easier to create a poll like this instead of me. Alright, let's see. How many of you guys said GE? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 GEs. And then how many EAs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 EAs and 15 GEs. So the GEs have it? I think the GEs have it. And none of you voted. Or maybe you did. I don't know. Maybe the poll isn't working. I don't know. GE it is then. General Electric. It's a good stock, I think. It's been on an uptrend. We can see if what's intrinsic valuation. Unless you're going to do a live trading session with us. Not today, unfortunately. I have some important things to attend to today. Also, remember, it's going to be a little difficult for me to do a live trading session without having my brokerage account. I'm still in the process of setting mine up. These freaking people take way too long, man. I took profits too soon. Okay, working fine. What are the best ways to find a stock to scalp? go to my YouTube channel, click on my channel itself, go to the playlists, click on the growth webinar playlist, go down here, how to scalp trade. And there will be a big explanation, or rather in-depth explanation on how do you find scalp setups. I don't know if you guys know about this playlist, but this playlist is bomb. Very bomb. Highly recommend it. Let's see. Okay, I hate the word lotto. Information here. This is CRM, refresh. County, go ahead and launch an EGA Discord. We're on the edge of our seats. Well, you know, you gotta wait. I second that, Jason. I'm ready for an EGA Discord. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can you make a link for the software that you use so I can learn how to do retracements on the charts when you get some time to eat, and when is the next course? Wait a minute. The software that I use. You mean this software? TradingView? Carter? Do you mean this one? Make a link for the software you use so that I can learn how to do retracements on charts. Huh. I think you mean TradingView. Make a link for the software you use. Okay, maybe you need to clarify that for me. Yeah, it's TradingView. This is TradingView, my brother. But what, like, when you say send you a link, like, what do you mean? Like, you just go to tradingview.com and then you sign up, and the settings for this chart setup are also on the webinar, the intro to charting. Here, watch this webinar, man. It'll help you out. If you want to learn how to do the retracements and all that, go to this one. How to plot Fibonacci extensions, target retracements, this one. Okay. I hope that helps. Okay, somebody said, about to form inverse head and shoulders on 15-minute. Okay. Oh, you mean this? Yeah, maybe. Well, I guess so. It'd have to break above here for that bullish, you know, kind of a momentum to form. Let's see, maybe. Oh yeah. So Carter, the course, the next EGA mentorship course is gonna happen on the 4th of January. For those people who are asking, I'm just gonna let you know now that it's gonna happen on the 4th of January. So the Monday, that's when the course starts. Okay, we're gonna be doing announcements leading to it. So don't worry, there's going to be plenty of time for you to sign up, and there's going to be plenty of time for you to understand the system. And believe me, that the new system is freaking magic. Okay, I love it. I'm telling you guys, I just cannot wait. I cannot wait to show you guys what I've been working on, because it's seriously something very powerful. And like, just the whole thing, like I can't explain until, you know, we start putting the information out, because I don't want to like do this in bits and pieces and then like you all will be asking me a million questions. I'm gonna put something out very soon that will explain everything. But if you're asking me when the course is gonna be, 4th of January. That's day number 1 of wave 13 of the Everyday Growth Advisors mentorship course. Okay? You will not have to sell your kidneys for it. I have never changed the price of anything since I have started this, okay? Because I want to keep education affordable. And I don't believe in taking thousands of dollars to teach you guys things that you can learn quite fairly easily. That's the reason why I create like a skinny bundle, okay? Thank you, T. Conway, for your Discord cats out of the bag. Well, you know, you never know. What makes you think it's just a Discord, though? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What makes you think it's just like a, you know, like a musty old Discord, you know? What makes you think I don't have like a surprise element in it, you know? Believe me, it'll be worth it. Actually, you know what? If you've been following me for a long time, you would be able to make up what the entire thing is gonna be. You know, I've been like slowly giving you guys hints on what I've been creating, and like, you know, if you have been following me for a long time, you would know what is coming. But like, you would have to piece it together. Like, you would have to really know me really well to know that. What time zone will you be hosting this class? It's gonna be classes are gonna be Monday through Friday. So the 4th is gonna be on Monday, all the way through Friday. They will be every day at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and if you're in Singapore, that means that is 10 a.m. Singapore time. So 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Singapore time. That's the time of the course. Each lesson is about 2 to 3 hours, depending on the course, the number of people in the course and the number of people who ask questions. You know, they're all pretty much recorded and sent to you on a daily basis. You'll have access to them for, you know, for life, through a Google Drive. And yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I must say though, there are gonna be some updates to the course. So people who have taken the mentorship course, and you know, if there's some stuff that you've been looking for, you might find it. All right, you know what? I'm giving away too many things. I blame it all on Landon. Landon, you are horrible. You're just like the worst. You've been just like, you know, making me say stuff the whole day, and I hate you for it. I'm just kidding, man. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now because obviously the more I talk, the more I give away. So I'm gonna end the live stream here. I wish you all a great weekend. Thank you for coming into the stream, keeping me company here. I'm really sorry that I ranted very hard for the first 30 minutes, but I think it was important for me to give that talk. Sometimes you guys need a bit of perspective, and I'm here to be that grounding force for you guys to help you through these kinds of things, okay? I hope that, you know, you guys will be really excited for what's about to come. Next week's going to bring another announcement, another kind of a teaser, and then, you know, leading up to the first, expect a lot of stuff to be released, so... I can't wait for it. Really excited. And yeah, I'll see you on Monday with General Electric as our ticker. And yeah, take care, guys. Have a good one. I love you all. And yeah, peace.